Hello my friends and welcome, my name is Dennis and this is the latest update from Ukraine. Before we go to the chart, let me tell you some news about the weapons from United States. Just yesterday we got the information from the media around the world that President of United States, Joseph Biden, blocked the shipment of the long-range missiles to Kiev. And probably I was too harsh too early because still we'll have the rocket artillery systems delivered to Ukraine but with less range. Of course, as a Ukrainian I would like to see the long-range missiles delivered to our army, but still 70 kilometers is enough for our army to fight on the battlefields. So probably now the administration of the White House doesn't want to escalate this conflict to Russians' territory, but I think it's just a matter of time. My friends, I think it's just my opinion, but without cutting supply lines in Crimea and neighboring Russian territories, we cannot stop this war ongoing. So in general, it's good news that finally we'll have the rocket artillery systems on the front lines and we're gonna stop the attacks of Russian army. And now let's go to our military map. Firstly to the Kharkiv region. So here we have the Kharkiv. I was waiting for the latest update, it just released and I can record this video, so I'm discovering this map together with you, the latest update. As you can see, Russian city of Belgorod, it's the border over here, and Russia has one of the biggest cities right in this region. They have very close to Ukrainian border and they have the airfields over here, they have their armies, they have their commands, so we need the long-range missiles to hit their region, but our Western allies so far they afraid that situation could escalate to nuclear war. That is why they restrict of using the long-range artillery. However, if we put it just to the border, I wonder if we can reach Belgorod here. Yeah, it's 35 kilometers over here, more than enough even for that artillery systems that will be delivered to Ukraine, so probably gonna reach even this airfield on the north, but nevertheless probably Ukraine army will not use it for that purpose for now, but maybe in future then Russia will be weaker, much weaker than today. And we see the situation in Kharkiv from yesterday, there was no change, no major change here. It's a standstill. Russia has no resources, they sent all of their resources to the eastern part and we don't have enough weapons to fight for our country in this area. They put defense lines in Kazachilopon, so for us it's very hard to fight over here. So that is why we see very calm, I would say, situation over here in the north. Let's move to Izum, my friends, to the south. Oh, I can immediately see that we took Velika Kamushivaha. Yes, we took this village today. We are counterattacking them on this direction. They are moving these forces to send them to Slavyansk. Their main goal now is Severodonetsk and of course Slavyansk and Kramatorsk cities. Of course they will lose the major part of their army if they would dare to attack Slavyansk and Kramatorsk. They tried already on this part, on this road, but their attack was stopped by Ukrainian army, as well as here they had some success near to Liman, but now they're stopped in this forest, and the major obstacle for them is this river that they are unable to cross. So what was the point of taking Liman for me? I don't really know, my friends. Tell me in the comment section why they took Liman over here. Why not just to push, then they already crossed this river near to Izum. And now let's move to the hottest point we have in Severodonetsk. Russia took the part of the city. As you can see, probably they took around 40%, right? And this is the populated area where they took it. There are some buildings where people used to live. I hope most of them evacuated, I'm sure about it. And our army, Ukrainian army, changed the position towards this industrial area where the factories are. And let's see how situation changed. So it was yesterday. Oh, no big movement from Russia today. Actually, I think they retreat even from this small street over here. So today there was no movement from Russian side. Why? Well, because we changed our position towards industrial area, and from the Mariupol experience we know that industrial area is much better for defense, so we can counterattack them from this area, and they probably would use this road to cut our lines from this side. We're gonna see it a little bit later. And this is the satellite image for you to understand. So here we have the populated area where people live, and this is the place where they usually work, on the factories, because this is very industrial itself. The Donbass is industrial heart of Ukraine, and as you can see, every city there was built around some kind of factory. So here is also the massive factory that was used before. Now obviously it's not working because of the war, and our soldiers mostly went to this factory area to defend the Severodonetsk. For Russian troops, well, they throw everything they have in this area to attack Severodonetsk, but I think they will not be as successful as in Mariupol, but we're gonna see the reality in a few days. And the good point here that Lysychansk is under Ukrainian control, and you can see probably, or you cannot, let me show you, it's on a high ground, so it's on some sort of the hill, so you can actually use artillery to attack that flat area or there, the flat area of Severodonetsk. I think that is why Russia is struggling with their attack today, reaching this industrial area of Severodonetsk. Okay, now let's go to Popasna. Oh, Russia took some territory today. If we yes, it was the counterattack of Ukrainian army. It was 2 days ago, and today Russia managed to fight back, and actually there is no any village. Yeah, it's just a small village with a few houses here, but mainly they didn't get anything rather than fields, and for them it's quite bad being in this open area. So Russia needs probably to take more forces and go to Bakhmut or retreat back to Popasna. They cannot just stay here for a long time, especially then we'll have the rocket artillery systems from our Western allies. Oh yeah, and here we have some movement of Russian army near Tushkivka. They took this village today, partially. There is still some part of the village over here. It's very near to this road that is leading to Lysychansk, so probably they tried near to Rihava to get this crossroad over here unsuccessfully, so they put a little bit to the north near to Tushkivka to cut this road supplies to Lysychansk. But actually you cannot supply any goods using this road because it just ends in Russian occupied territories. The main road here is still this one that goes with supplies to Lysychansk and Severodonetsk. And if we go a little bit to the south, no major movement here. And let's go more to the south. Russia was able to take this Neskuchne yesterday. They took it, yeah, it was freed from Ukrainian army, but they took it today. By the way, my friends, today is 31st of May, the last day of the spring of this 2022. I hope this year ends soon, because yeah, it's terrible. I thought that 2020 was terrible, but 2022 was terrible too. It is terrible actually. And we have what we have. Oh, we have couple of the counterattacks to this village, Snihurivka. We have the fighting ongoing there today. Some change in map, and from this is our great offensive part. And today there is no movement over here. And today, yeah, we took part of Ivanivka, very small village over here, and Ukraine was able to take. And now let's speak about the artillery systems, those 70 kilometers. Let's measure, for example, the Severodonetsk area. Let's put 1 point here, somewhere between Lysychansk and Severodonetsk. And let's zoom to Kramatorsk. So actually from Kramatorsk we are able to reach the Lysychansk and Severodonetsk. It's quite good, 86 kilometers, so almost the maximal range of those rocket artillery systems that we'll have in our army with the help of Western allies. Then we'll have at least those weapons. We can successfully cut Russian supplies, and we can storm their artillery systems that have a shorter range compared to systems we'll have from United States of America mostly. And sometimes you ask me about the European countries, why don't they give us that much as United States? Well, United States has huge military budget and they have lots of units in their army, so they can easily share. European allies, they don't have that much of artillery systems, and what we see from the media, sometimes their politicians against sending the weapons towards Ukraine, especially Germany, I think, based on what I see. They promised us a lot, but I don't see the huge delivery. Today they agreed to cancel 2/3 of the oil supplies from Russia. Well, thank you so much. But you know, the regime, the Putin's regime, actually killing people. Not only here in Ukraine, they are blocking the ports. Basically, they want people to starve cutting supplies from Ukraine. And what they tell, release the sanctions and we'll give you the food. It's totally unacceptable. It's the terror, my friends. So for those European bureaucrats, it's very hard to understand that the world changed completely. You cannot get the cheap oil and gas from Russia anymore. You need to shut down that country. From one side we have European people who help Ukrainians and who send humanitarian aids towards Ukraine, and from other side we have those bureaucrats who pay Russia, and Russia kills Ukrainian for that money. So it's total nonsense, my friends. Alright guys, speaking in general about today's situation in Ukraine, we have the major attack on eastern side by Russians. They concentrate lots of forces and they took some of the troops from the south part of Ukraine. That is why we use it to perform our small tiny counterattacks. I hope that we'll have enough weapons. We're gonna have the major attack towards Kherson at least, and in nearby weeks we're gonna see how situation in Severodonetsk and Lysychansk and in Donbass in general develops. My friends, thank you very much for watching me. Now press the like, subscribe to my channel. Also, if you can, please support me on Patreon or PayPal. For those of you who support me, my friends, you are awesome. Thank you for helping me during these hard times, because I lost my job as an airline pilot, so YouTube is my only income. So thank you so much for helping me, and I wish you a peaceful sky wherever you are. Have a great time.